Hello and welcome. Today in the studio with me is Jim Neal, North Carolina Senate candidate. Jim, thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
You spoke on UNCA's campus today. How do you feel the event went?
Oh, it was fantastic. You guys had a wonderful turnout. One of the better turnouts amongst all the many college campuses that we've been visiting over the course of the past couple of weeks. So you guys get an A.
University of North Carolina in Asheville and the city of Asheville consider themselves to be really environmentally conscious. What are your plans to take on the environmental issues, such as our dependence on foreign fossil fuels?
America's got to lead and not follow in addressing what is a war on global warming and the threat that global warming poses to our planet. So in leadership, we can begin by doing things like providing investment in alternative energy sources. We can't wait for the private markets to step in and fill that void. The government is going to have to step up to the plate and make the investments in order to wean us, America as a nation, off of fossil fuels, development alternative sources to replace or displace our reliance on fossil fuels as an energy source. And it's also a good economic investment. It's part of that whole sustainability term that we hear bandied around a lot.
One last question. Why did you decide to run as the North Carolina representative? What makes you the most qualified candidate?
Well, number one, as you well know, I've never held political office. And as such, I was emboldened to stand up and challenge Senator Dole because I think she's doing a terrible job. So I think in so doing and being the first party to step in and declare my candidacy, I showed a little bit of kind of a willingness to take on the status quo, which Senator Dole is very much a part of, enigmatic of. Secondly, I have an appeal, or our campaign has an appeal to young people, to the African American community, to the independent voters in our state who can vote as Democrats or Republicans, obviously, who are mainly Democrats just looking for a reason to vote for a Democrat. As someone who's outside of the political realm, who doesn't have any ties to special interest groups and who wants to go to Washington and just work for the people and be held accountable for such. I'm not a politician. And if you want a politician, I tell folks, don't vote for me. That's not what I stand for. I think I represent kind of a new generation of leaders that we need to have in Washington. And I hope the voters in North Carolina will agree with that, and I think they will.
I think they will. Is there any other message you'd like to leave with our viewers?
Sure. I think young people, again, since this is predominantly a young audience here at UNC Asheville, I think that everybody has to recognize how much their vote counts this year. I mean, and the effect that you guys are having in this election. As I said earlier, I believe you are the swing vote. And our campaign, you know, if you want things to change, if you want them to change, you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to step forward and come and embrace it. And you're going to have to get behind candidates and campaigns who give you the signal and who are welcome you and willing to stand up and to fight and to be there for you. Our campaign is one, and I need as many people at UNC Asheville to stand up and stand beside me so we can march to Washington together.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Neal, for
hey, it's a
taking
pleasure.
the time to be
You're
with
more than
us.
welcome.
To find out more about Jim Neal, check out www.jimnealforsenate.com. For Mountain Highlights, I'm Elizabeth Pearson McLaughlin.
Well, that concludes our second edition of Mountain Highlights.
Thanks for watching.
And have a wonderful spring break.
Stay weird, Asheville.